everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is the place where I mostly talk about games, movies, TV series and anime, usually reviewing them in order to determine whether they are worth the watch or play. As there are literally an overabundance of content present to watch or to play, I'm just trying to be a guide of sorts to help you filter out the content and find the ones which are actually worth your time investment. So keeping up with the theme of the series, today we're going to check out the finals, a brand new addition to the world of competitive first-person multiplayer. There is no denying that multiplayer gaming, especially competitive multiplayer gaming, is probably at its peak, where you are flooded with insane amount of multiplayer games available right now and a whole lot of new anticipated ones coming in the future. I know a lot of you, including myself, reminisce late 2000s and early 2010s as a golden period of multiplayer gaming, where it was majorly a Call of Duty vs Battlefield era that followed mostly by Counter-Strike, Halo and Gears of War titles. But times have changed drastically, where it is an era of Battle Royale multiplayers. Free-to-play Battle Royales to be precise, where games like Fortnite and PUBG Mobile has shown developers and studios how successful a free-to-play model can be if implemented properly, leading us to the current generation of multiplayer gaming, where top trending and most played multiplayers like Valorant, Counter-Strike 2, Apex Legends and Call of Duty Warzone are all based on this free-to-play model. Even though the free-to-play battle royales are great, offering an expansive sandbox experience in multiplayer gaming, but I also enjoy a bit of an arcadey close encounter experience. And yes, there are games like Call of Duty multiplayer, Overwatch 2 and Halo Infinite, and even though I enjoy both types of multiplayer separately, still there's always been an itch to see a game offering a balanced combination of these two. Luckily, I guess somebody also had that itch because here we have the finals. This game, according to me, offers that balance of tight grip encounters of arcade/military shooters alongside the sandbox experience of a battle royale multiplayer.
With fame and fortune on the line today, our contestants sure gave us a great show. We'll see you next time on the finals.
Going into the theme of the game, it is just a big reality show where contestants compete in a squad of 3. And depending upon the game modes, there can either be 3 or 4 squads in total. The game plays off quite simply, offering 2 major game modes, Cash Out and Bank In. At first glance, they may appear a bit complex, but objectively they can be pretty simple. Where in Cash Out, there will be vaults and cash boxes appearing throughout the map, and your objective as a team is to loot the cash box and deposit all the funds to increase your team's score, all the while sabotaging and looting other teams to prevent them from depositing their funds. The squad which cashed out more funds will be victorious by the end of the match. Pretty simple. And the second game mode, Bank In, is even more direct, where your objective as a squad is to reach a certain amount of cash deposit target, and the squad who reaches the target first are the victors. Here in this mode, you have to earn cash either by killing the enemies, looting their cash, or certain cash drop boxes which are occurring in the map. But you can only deposit the funds in the deposit boxes which are only appearing for a certain amount of time before changing their locations throughout the map. I would say once you actually get into a match, the game feels pretty direct, at least objectively, because once the combat and action starts rolling, the objectives which initially felt quite simple and direct becomes a crazy juggle through playground of mayhem and destruction. The game offers superb sandbox opportunities by letting people cause total chaos with intense map destruction, which basically reminded me of Red Faction Guerrilla and its crazy destructible world. And as a person who loved that game, especially for the insane physics-based destruction where you can demolish or level any building or infrastructure in a very satisfying way. And I know Battlefield 4 also had total map destruction, but it did not give you that exact impactful experience as Red Faction did. Luckily for people like me, that satisfying chaos and destruction is very much similar here, and is both visually and technically a very key aspect of the finals gameplay mechanics, which offers an amazing multiplayer sandbox experience where you not only have to huddle and combat your way through crumbling infrastructure to achieve your objectives, but also have to use these mechanics to gain advantage over enemy squad during encounters, or making an escape when in a tight spot, or even getting a jump on enemy squad. These are the elements which gives the finals gameplay its volatile and versatile nature, and making the maps and its settings a much more integral part of the gameplay experience.
Bang in the bank with a bang. Well done, the Kingfish.
Speaking of gameplay mechanics, the finals, as I mentioned before, offers a very balanced approach between a battle royale shooter and a close encounter military shooter, because some of its core gameplay aspects reflects that, where game has divided the classes based on the build of a character, where you can pick from light, medium and heavy contestants who offer their own respective attributes based on speed and health alongside their own set of skills, weapons and equipments. Here the game also possesses a meaningful progression system where you unlock weapons and equipments for characters as your level progression goes further. And once unlocked, you can purchase those equipments via in-game credits you earn after playing and winning matches. Though the game doesn't allow you to change between contestants during a match, but you can edit your loadout with the reserve equipments and weapons which you can customize between respawns. This aspect of the game really provides significance to your build, weapons and equipment choices, as limited amount of inventory requires item management based on you and your squad's playstyle. The game also has your standard battle pass progression system with a free and premium section, where leveling up provides cosmetic customizations to your characters and weapons which you can either unlock via premium battle pass or purchase in store via premium currency.
Our sponsors must be thrilled with the performance so far. I'm sure they're eager to see what the second half brings.
The finals offers a shooting experience and gunplay which is quite tight gripped with smooth and well-paced animations, providing gameplay with good momentum, where combat and counter can become a high-octane shooting experience with you and your squad running and jumping around, guns blazing, blasting things out. But at the same time, gunplay doesn't become a rush fest, where you can simply run and gun around the map eliminating squads like you can in Call of Duty, as the characters here have balanced damage health ratio, so you will be needing a plan of action even with squad before engaging an enemy squad one-on-one, as difference in class, weapons or equipments alongside volatile and interactive environment objects which you can pick up and throw for various different effects can instantly turn the tables of an encounter. And when all these variable elements come together, that is where the core chaotic fun of this game lies. Although the gameplay mechanics are pretty solid and I've had crazy fun with the game, but I have to mention that the game does require a bit more balancing with respect to the builds of contestants and their weapons, which is not a major game-breaking issue, but I do hope they patch it up soon. The finals is primarily a squad-based shooter, and for an optimal experience it is recommended you play forming your own party, as it heavily rewards the cooperative playstyle, with the game being primarily focused on objectives and doesn't reward individual playstyles which focuses on stacking up kills. But that also doesn't mean that your entire gameplay must revolve around the squad and give up on your individual playstyle, because the game offers great sandbox elements to give you the liberty to play as you like, as long as the teams are working together in coordination towards your objectives. But just in case, if you are playing alone and are worried about the public matchmaking system, I would say go at it, as majority of the people are doing that, including myself. Because the game mechanics is designed to reward objective-based gameplay, and majority of the time you will find teammates who are willing to work together, as simply getting high kill counts without working towards objective is gonna be pointless. Even though the game has a good gameplay modes that rewards players for working towards objective together, yet most of the time, even with a bare functioning team, you will be having some crazy intense one with this game. But if you intend on playing it competitively on ranked servers, then without a doubt you will be needing a squad of your own for cooperative play, as you can only go so far with random players, because in ranked games at higher levels the competition becomes real tough with barely a breathing moment. The visuals of this game is a highlight without a doubt, where it looks pretty stunning and gorgeous with deep shadow and light mechanics, along with dynamic visual effects in an all-out destructible environment, which comes together in harmony that can only be termed as vibrant and chaotic. Without a doubt, the finals could probably be considered as one of the best looking first-person multiplayer, with visual fidelity on par with that of a single-player experience. And even after such stunning visuals, the game performs quite smoothly, with barely having any sort of performance issues or FPS dips in my entire playtime. And surprisingly, it was the same situation with that of bugs and glitches, where I personally encountered nothing more than minor visual bugs. Obviously, the game needs further improvements via update, and since I did not play the game during the early access, so I can't comment on the state of the game back then, but as of now, it has a pretty solid visual and gameplay condition, which sadly is not common with a lot of games these days on release dates. The Finals is an exciting new entry in the domain of first-person multiplayer shooters, where the game feels like a balanced mix of a battle royale shooter and a close encounter military shooter, possessing a strange arcadey vibe, offering an intense action-packed gameplay with satisfying shooting experience alongside an interactive and destructive environment, which adds in a whole new layer of sandbox elements in gameplay mechanics. Even though I've been having a great time playing the game, I will also acknowledge that there are certain elements which needs improving, such as improved matchmaking system, fine-tuning some of the balancing aspects of the weapons and builds, and some minor performance bugs. I know these are not major game-breaking issues, but a fix would polish the game furthermore. Apart from these minor issues, the Finals performs without a hitch and is a beautiful looking game offering an intense, chaotic and destructive multiplayer experience, which is some of the most fun I've had in a multiplayer game in recent times. If they continue to provide good support and engaging content for this game like new game modes, maps, weapons, equipments, builds, I can see it going on a long run and becoming one of the top multiplayer games and a strong esport contender. So folks, that's it from my side today. Please let me know your thoughts on the video. If you're already playing the game, please do let me know your experience on the comment section. Like to support the channel and subscribe for more incoming videos. And I'll see you soon in the next one.